first time since February 2022, and it was quite an easy affair in the end. Catalan started so well, just like Warrington the week before. They were camped down in St Helens half time and time again. They completed more sets, they missed less tackles, they made less errors, but they couldn't convert it into points. It's as simple as that. They have got a very blunt attack at the moment, the Catalan Dragons. They need to get it in order. Steve McNamara has got to be concerned about that. As for Saints, you can only beat what's in front of you. It started well, didn't it, for the Catalan Dragons? A beautiful little grubber kick through from Jordan Abdul. It sat up like a meerkat in the desert on guard, didn't it? Really did. Sat up beautifully for Johnston. In he goes. But like I say, they must have had 4, maybe 5 sets before that. They just couldn't get through the line. It took a grubber kick to, penetrate the St Helens line. Not good enough. Just simply not good enough. Don't know what it is at the moment. I think Theo Farge, quite frankly, I think it's embarrassing. He's so high up the Albert Goldthorpe League medal table. I really do. I don't know what some of these pundits are seeing this year, but Theo Farge, for me, he's not really playing good rugby league, is he? Well, not from where I'm sitting anyway. I think Jordan Abel's trying his best, but it's just so blunt. It really is. They seem disorganised. The shapes that they're throwing out, great. Not really good at all. As Pult once said, misshapes. Anyway, let's move on to Saints' first try. It was a wonderful, wonderful pass, wasn't it, from Jack Wells? But you've got to give him his due to Conrad Hull. Very, very nice ball indeed. And then came a bit of a contentious moment in the game. Maria, how do you solve a problem like Maria? Give him a yellow card and sit him down. For me personally, that was about right. He gets the back of the shoulders and then it rides up. And the Saints fans are shouting left, right, and centre for a red card. Never a red card in a million years. But was it probably a sit down? Absolutely. I thought 10 minutes was about right. And then in goes Sione Matauti. I'm absolutely delighted for Matauti. That was his 4th try of the season thus far. And no matter where you play Matauti, he always gives 100%. He's averaging 18 tackles, 10 carries, and 78 metres per game. And no matter whether he's played in the front row or second row, he delivers time after time. A lot of people in around Super League, obviously not the Saints fans, will probably miss what Sione Matauti is doing for Saints this season. But believe you me, he is showing up time after time. He's putting a shift in for the team. And I'm delighted that he got the try on Friday night because, quite frankly, I think he's playing some brilliant, brilliant rugby league. And I'm sure all the St Helens fans would echo that. Go Sione Matauti. And then try number 3, Wellesby. Oh, dearie me, it says on the London Underground, mind the gap. Well, let me tell you now, there was a massive gap there for Jack Wellesby to go through. What was Machula Guare doing? It was almost like he was doing like like when you're at a wedding and you're doing a conga. It was like, what a shocking attempt at a tackle that was. Get an ankle tap going, son. What are you doing? Letting Jack run off like that. And then a very simple score for Tommy Makinson against the team that he's going to play for next year. Not a problem. At this point, Saints are in the box seat, aren't they? They're absolutely flying. And then, of course, another little grubber kick, this time from Daz Clark. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, wasn't it? Boom. Have a little bit of Mr. McAleese. McAleese won't score an easier try all season. Superb stuff from Darryl Clark as well. And I have to say, really pleased that Bousquet got on the score sheet. I thought Julien Bousquet in second row for Catalan Dragons had a decent knock last night. Not his usual position. I counted about 3 interceptions on the night. He had a really solid game, did Machula Guare. But look, bottom line is Saints remain top. They are a quality side, we know that, and they're handling these injuries really, really well. When you consider who wasn't playing for St Helens last night, on the commentary, they were trying to give Catalan a bye by saying how many players that Catalan are out. Behave yourself. Saints have got just as many out, especially in those middle positions. And I have to say, considering for me personally the size advantage of Catalan last night, I thought Saints did brilliantly well. I thought Delaney stood up to it well again. And I have to say, Noah Stevens, go on, son. What a beautiful way to announce yourself at Totally Wiki Stadium. Of course, the Saints fans, they'll know him well from his reserve grade academy grade. But, for the rest of the Super League, Noah Stevens is a new commodity. And what a commodity he is. Dearie me, he's not coffee and all that, but I'll tell you what he does. He does now pack a nice taste on the taste buds, doesn't he? Beautiful stuff. I could stay up all night watching Mr. Noah Stevens. Outstanding run from Stevens. He had some wonderful moments in this game. And, he's only a kid, like Delaney, the future looking bright there at St Helens in those middle unit positions, it has to be said. Saints at the moment, just, doing what they need to do. Will they get harder challenges down the road than this one? Absolutely, of course they will. But, this was a solid win. And like I say, Catalan, 4 defeats from the last 5. They are in free fall. I have to say, I'm sitting here now thinking, can they remain in the top 6 this season? Because at this moment in time, I think there's a lot wrong there at Catalan. Like I say, the attacking quality of him is really, really questionable at this moment in time. You know, you look down the roster, Nicarima. I actually was looking forward to Nicarima, you know, really blossoming this season. I thought when I saw him in that first game of the season against Warrington, he had something about him. But you know what? At the moment, he's not quite delivering, is he? He really isn't. Machula Guerra to go in this one. You know, Arthur Romano out. We like Romano here. Machula Guerra for me just didn't seem quite at it last night. But you know what? We'll reserve judgment on him. I thought Cesar Rouget, I thought he had a good game. You know, didn't do much wrong, did he? I mean, Morg, he's trying his best, but it's not quite happening. Like I say, massive question marks over the Catalan Dragons. But the Saints, well, they just keep marching on, don't they? And congratulations to them. Who's getting the 3-2-1? Well, it has to be Jack Wellesby. Jack Wellesby on the night, absolutely superb. 2 glorious try assists, it has to be said. 6 tackle busts in the game, 2 clean breaks, 13 carries, 127 metres. What more do you want from Mr. Jack? I'm going to leave 2 to Curtis Sivinen. Yet again on that left edge, I thought Sivinen outstanding both in attack and defence. 36 tackles in this game, 7 marker tackles. He carried the ball 13 times for 105 metres. Got himself a hat-trick of tackle bust in there as well. Sivinen on the left edge, really potent for Saints. Really enjoyed him last night. Thought he had a solid game. He gets 2 points. I'm going to give 1 to James Bell. Not, you know, Bell, again, both sides of the ball, 30 tackles, 21 carries, 100 metres. You know, he's just in and around it. And I thought the way he pressured, I mean, sometimes it wasn't just the tackling that he was doing. It was the way he was pressuring kicks. There was a couple of times in the game where he really forced an error because he was shooting off the line, forcing the playmakers who aren't in good form for the Catalan Dragons to kick hastily or do something that they didn't really want to do. And that was all down to James Bell. James Bell, for me, yet again, another solid performance from him. I think you know, notes in dispatches, and I've got to give a couple of notes in dispatches. I thought Wonga Blake played well. I thought Makinson played well. Like I've already said, Delaney, I thought he had a decent game as well. So, you know, a lot to be happy about if you're a St. Helens supporter, it has to be said. If you're a Dragons, well, quite frankly, you're not breathing fire at the moment. No doubt about that. I don't know what you're breathing, but certainly it isn't fire. You've got to sort yourselves out, the Catalan Dragons, or else I'm afraid to say your season could just actually just go. It could just go because you're not playing well. You're not playing well. It's a shame, but you're not playing well. Simple as that. You're not turning territory into points. And in Super League, that ain't good enough. You're going to lose more than you're going to win. But well done to St. Helens, 24 points to 12 winners at the Totally Wicked Stadium. They remain at the top of Super League. Who can knock down the Saints? Well, we'll have to find out in round number 14. Bye for now.